So that's the living room. Now we're going to go into the master bedroom where I have some more collectible items in my collection on display. So now we're in the master bedroom, and on top of my dresser here, I have erected a shrine of sorts to my beloved Chicago teams. The White Sox, the Blackhawks, the Bears, the Bulls, and the Cubs. And it's all kinds of various collectibles. And what you're looking at right here are some stadium giveaways for the White Sox. This one's kind of cool in particular. This one's given away at the ballpark one day for one game, and it's a Chris Sale K counter. Chris Sale, the former White Sox pitcher, is now with the Red Sox. You can actually, in this little reader here, keep track of how many strikeouts he's recording for the year. So I thought that was kind of cool. Over here is a Frank Thomas mini bust or Hall of Fame bust giveaway. A very cool Carlton Fisk statue on the right over here. Also a stadium giveaway with Zach LaVine there on Fisk's right. And then over here we got some other Blackhawks giveaways of Kane and Taves bobbleheads, as well as some mini trophies in there, mini award trophies from the NHL. Harold Baines stadium giveaway there in the throwback White Sox. Behind them we'll see an Urlacher figure and a Blackhawks OCC chopper, as well as some Oyos, which are kind of like Legos, of Jonathan Taves, Patrick Sharp, and Corey Crawford. And then we're seeing more Urlacher stuff here. Devin Hester Carr, another Urlacher figure. Sammy Sosa exists back there, as well as now you're seeing a Bears stock car, and then like a Chris Chelios figure and a little Hawk Zamboni and Pez dispenser. So that's kind of my Hawks display. And actually, now that I think about it, Carm from Canada, there's Carm again, provided my collection with like 40% of this stuff here. I think the Oyos were from him, as well as those little mini trophies, because those little mini trophies that we were seeing over here next to the Blackhawk bobbleheads, again, you could only get those in Canada. I think they were available through McDonald's in Canada. So Carm got them for me, as well as that OCC chopper up there is compliments of Carm. Oh, back here, you'll see I have that's a little Stanley Cup with the Blackhawks emblem there. I think it's a hard drive for a computer. And again, I think Carm sent that to me. Whenever you're ready. These are my Madden McFarlane Football Figures from 2017-2018, what we're seeing here. These were some of the more recent figures I acquired from my collection, and the reason I have them here in my bedroom is simply because they didn't fit in the other rooms in my home. Starting at the bottom there in the corner, it starts, the way I have them kind of grouped is similar to Funko's in the sense of I have them grouped by series, and then since these are not numbered, because McFarlane doesn't number his figures the way Funko numbers theirs, I just group them by last name alphabetically. So down here in the corner, that's Madden 2017 Odell Beckham Jr. figure. So it just runs, again, alphabetically across from B all the way through the alphabet. You see there the Brady Target exclusive figure. There's an Amari Cooper, DeAndre Hopkins. And then over here, just hold it right there. That's Todd Gurley. Now, the way I have him also situated is reg figure on the left. If I have a Chase figure, he'd be on the right. So right there, that's the Gurley reg figure in the blue jersey. And next to him is the yellow jersey Color Rush Chase figure. So, and then it just runs through Ezekiel Elliott, Julio Jones. Up here, there's the Von Miller reg and Color Rush blue Chase. That one right there, that Ben Roethlisberger, that's just a Chase figure. I don't have the regular version. I just have what they call that the Bumblebee Chase because he has a very cool striped throwback jersey. Yeah, Kirk Cousins. Over here, you got Jared Goff. There's the Cam Newton Color Rush Chase. There's a Tom Brady Target exclusive retro Minuteman jersey and the all blue Tom Brady blue Color Rush Chase. And then I kind of wraps up there with Fitzgerald, Gordon, Larry Fitzgerald, Melvin Gordon, and then next to him you'll see a white AJ Green, and then the AJ Green and the black Chase figure. So again, you see it runs alphabetically by last name, regular figure Chase figure. Down here concludes the Von Miller and the Carson Wentz reg, and that one's a Chase figure next to him in the green jersey, white pants, and the Russell Wilson Color Rush jersey. And then it kind of concludes with 2018. And continuing here with the 2018 Madden Football Figures. Again, you're seeing the 6-inch figure there in the box. These are amongst the last waves of figures that McFarlane did, of sports figures that McFarlane did, where he switches from a clamshell packaging to putting the figure in a box, and he gets Madden on the front of it because he boxes the figure up with codes of downloadable content in the Madden football game. And what you're seeing there is a Target exclusive Tom Brady Super Bowl commemorative figure. Next to him is Derek Carr. That's a blue jersey, Ezekiel Elliott, Clark Toys exclusive. You got David Johnson there and Dak Prescott. Continuing on, you got Odell Beckham and Tom Brady. And those black boxes are the 2019 final offering of Madden. The Beckham Color Rush and the Tom Brady Walmart exclusive white jersey, white pants. Moving up there is a Color Rush Antonio Brown figure. Above him is another Antonio Brown that's a Chase figure. Really, it's just a repackage, but they repackage as a Chase. And up there is a cool-looking Marshawn Lynch surprise figure from the wave in the Raiders jersey. There's Carson Wentz again. Next to him is Deshaun Watson, and that Watson was a very final wave of McFarlane Football Figures. Now we go into some basketball with Giannis, Durant next to him, and a Walmart exclusive LeBron James. Then there's some baseball figures with Javi Baez, and below him an Aaron Judge Chase figure. And down here there's a Dak Prescott Walmart exclusive in the white jersey, white pants, retro. And then just the regular blue jersey Dak Prescott figure from the football wave. These are hockey figures made by the Imports Dragon Company, not McFarlane. And this line you're seeing here was for a wave of hockey figures made for the World Cup of Hockey back in 2016. They were through Canada only, and so Carm got me all these figures you're seeing here. Yes, there's Carm again. And the World Cup of Hockey was similar to the Olympics. It was played right before the season started back in 2016, and the players wore jerseys from their country of origin, as you are seeing there. So what you're seeing there is T.J. Oshie, Team USA. Ryan Suter also wearing Team USA there. That's Andrei Markov wearing Team Russia because he's from Russia. Down below him, you got Leon Draisaitl, one of the top stars in the NHL, in the German jersey because he's German. Moving this way, you got Jonathan Taves, and you got Braden Holtby wearing Team Canada, and a very cool-looking Henrik Lundqvist wearing the Team Sweden with the 3 crowns. Just a nice looking piece right there, really. And above him, you got Patrick Kane again, Team USA. And then up here, you have Aaron Ekblad and Jack Eichel wearing Team North America. And moving across this way, you got just some of the top stars of the NHL today. There's Draisaitl, there's Brock Besser. Up here, you got Bo Horvat, William Nylander, Austin Matthews. And then there's some stars of yesteryear, Mats Naslund. Over here, we got Ed Belfour, the Blackhawks. Patrick Waugh, the Montreal Canadiens, and then a few other modern stars here. Jamie Benn from the line. Up here we got Brent Burns with that nifty beard. Dylan Larkin, Mark Stone, who's now with the Vegas Golden Knights, and Jacob Voracek. And then over here, a couple baseball figures. We got by Imports Dragon, Giancarlo Stanton. I don't have very many baseball from Imports, actually. And Paul Goldschmidt were the only 2 I picked up. And below him right here, that's actually a Mike Trout gray jersey Chase figure from the McFarlane line. So we'll see some of the sports figures and other Chicago collectible items that I keep here in my bedroom, mostly because I've run out of space in other areas of my home to display them. But on top of my dresser here in my bedroom, I keep a separate collection of autographs. And the reason why I keep this collection of autographs separate from the rest of my collection is because there is a personal connection with these autographs to me. All these autographs I'm going to show you here were obtained in person, either by me or by somebody very close to me who bestowed it to me and added to my collection. So I'll start here with this Patrick Waugh autograph. Again, this autograph is by the legendary NHL goaltender Patrick Waugh, obtained in person by my buddy Joe. Joe was a huge seeker of hockey autographs back in the day. Hockey cards, color photos. He has hundreds, if not thousands of those in his collection, as well as game used sticks. And so he gave me that Patrick Waugh from my collection. and I displayed it next to this loose figure of Patrick Waugh from the McFarlane line. And what makes this one kind of different, this figure of Waugh, is you'll notice there's no Avalanche logo on his jersey or the sleeves there. It's an NHLPA logo. Reason being is that was produced in the first line, the inaugural line of hockey figures that McFarlane made back in 2000. And at that time, McFarlane only had the license to produce a likeness of the figure, but not the license to put logos on the jerseys. So he could produce the likeness of Waugh, but he couldn't put the Avalanche logo on Waugh's jersey. So I had this figure loose, and I just thought, we'll put it next to the autograph. That would kind of make sense. Match a face with a signature. So, but a very cool autograph nonetheless. Over here in my collection, we have a Gale Sayers mini helmet autograph. And inside the glass case here, there's a certificate of authenticity, as well as a photo right back there behind the helmet of Gale Sayers actually autographing the helmet. It was given to my collection by Chad from Kansas, and Gale Sayers, the Hall of Fame Bears running back. And I think everybody knows, as far as like Bears running backs go, Chicago Bears running backs go, Walter Payton's king of the hill. But after Walter Payton, it's debatable that maybe Gale Sayers or Matt Forte is the second best in franchise history. So a very cool autograph item there. Thank you, Chad, again. Moving over here, you got an autograph on this piece of paper by former Bull Derrick Rose. There's a little card I bought off eBay of Rose, just to kind of, again, match a face with a name. When people come by to view my collection, they see a signature, but they ask, well, who is it? It helps to put, a face in there. My boss at work, Brian, got me that autograph when he met Derrick Rose shortly after Rose won league MVP, of which, if I'm not mistaken, Rose is still the youngest MVP in NBA history. This autograph I consider to be the crown jewel piece of my in-person autograph collection. It is an autograph of Muhammad Ali, and it was obtained for my collection by this gentleman over here. See him there in the photo in the Cubs cap. He's my buddy Tony. He's my best friend in the whole world, and he got this autograph from Ali in person back in the late 1980s when Ali made an appearance at Tony's junior college on a speaking engagement. I believe he was delivering a speech on the Islamic faith. After the speech concluded, he was signing autographs. And so Tony obtained that autograph. You see it there. And that's actually on a prayer card. That's a prayer card that he signed for my buddy. And I just went to eBay and bought, for $1, an Ali little sports card to put over the prayer card to match a name with the signature. And he signed that for my buddy. And I think he actually signed a few of those for my friend Tony. And Tony gave me one for my collection. Can't thank him enough for that. And for those who know, Ali's signature, his autograph in the autograph world is an elite company. I mean, he's pretty much in a category all by himself. There's Muhammad Ali, there's Michael Jordan, and there's Babe Ruth. And like I said, they're pretty much all in a category by themselves. Also, too, when you consider the timing, the time frame of when my buddy Tony obtained it, that autograph was obtained back in the late 80s. And for those who obtain autographs in person, getting autographs back in the late 80s is very, very different than getting autographs today. For the simple fact that many athletes and celebrities were so much more willing to sign autographs back then, back in the 80s, than they are nowadays, because there was no eBay back then. And the resale market on celebrity and athlete autographs back then is not nearly what it is today. So therefore, celebrities and big ones like Ali were so much more willing to sign for people because they knew back then that there was not going to be this, making money off my signature. It would just go probably into your collection, which it has. So very cool item right there. So this is my best friend Tony and Mr. Willie, just two great men, great guys that are very important in my life. Moving over here, then, we see an in-person autograph that I actually obtained for a change, from legendary Blackhawk Bobby Hull. And it's personalized to me. And I got that autograph from Bobby Hull a couple years ago at a local beef stand when Bobby was doing a public signing there. And so my buddy Tony and I, we went to the beef stand, and the deal was you had to buy a combo meal, which is the sandwich, the fries, and the drink. And when purchasing a combo meal, the beef stand gave you a voucher where you can go out to their parking lot and obtained Bobby Hull's autograph on any two items. And Bobby was under like a little like tent they had set up for him, with maybe like his agent and handler there. And so I got in line with my buddy Tony, and we were probably in line for a good hour or so. And just watching Bobby sign, what a wonderful person. Just happy to sign. A lot of times when people go for public signings and obtain an autograph from a celebrity or an athlete, it's not a very pleasant experience where the person doing the signing, kind of you sense doesn't want to be there. They don't smile too much, not very friendly. They don't look up. Bobby was quite the opposite. Bobby, you could just see, just watching him, loved being there signing autographs. He really did. And he's got a reputation for being a very, very affable, friendly signer. My buddy and I were observing him while we were waiting in line, just kissing old ladies on the lips and letting people chat it up with him and telling stories. And so when I got up there, I asked Bobby, when he signed for my photo there, I asked Bobby, I said, so, hey, Bobby, who was the toughest goalie to score on back in the day? And I was figuring Bobby was going to say one of the great goalies of his day, like maybe Terry Sawchuk or Jacques Plante or Johnny Bauer, one of those guys, maybe Bernie Perron, because they were all top goaltenders of his day. And instead, Bobby said, no, there's this goalie from University of Arizona. Could never score him, never figured the guy out. And I said, really? He said, yeah. And I thought that was just kind of shocking that of all the great goalies that Bobby ever shot on, he couldn't beat this guy from University of Arizona, of all places. This is an autograph of a legendary Blackhawks goalie, Tony Esposito. It was given to me by my collection by my friend Tony. You can see Tony factors in a lot of these autograph stories. I'm not exactly sure where Tony obtained this one from, where my friend Tony obtained Tony Esposito's autograph from, but he gave it to me for my collection. Just simply said, it makes more sense put in your collection with the other stuff. So once again, thank you, Tony, for legendary Tony O's autograph on that photo. This one I obtained in person. This is a Joe Sakic in-person autograph. My buddy Joe, who obtains the hockey autographs, brought me downtown once when the Colorado Avalanche team was in town for some autographs, and that's when I obtained this Joe Sakic. We were all kind of huddled in a group on the street, waiting for the players to exit the hotel where they were staying in to walk to the team bus. And who emerged from the hotel was Joe Sakic. He's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. And, right away, the group kind of bum rushed Joe and started handing him things. And so by the time I got to Joe, I handed him this card and he signed it. And I remember at the time, Joe Sakic was on the injured list. He wasn't playing. And as I handed him my card and he was signing it, I asked Joe, I said, Joe, you plan on coming back for the injured list and playing? And he said, yeah, I do. I hope so. Just, again, seemed like a very friendly, affable individual. Didn't seem to mind too much that he was that he was signing autographs for autograph seekers. So that was very cool. And then finally in my autograph collection here, I have this. This is a drumstick autograph and personalized to me from Smashing Pumpkins drummer Jimmy Chamberlain. And again, involving Tony in a story. A few years back, Tony and I were DJing. Yes, we are part-time DJs. And we were DJing a house party and didn't realize it at the time, or until we were actually started the DJing the gig, that the home belonged to Jimmy Chamberlain. It was actually a mansion. And we were DJing a party for his 9 or 10-year-old son. And it went very well. And when the gig ended, Tony approached Mrs. Chamberlain, Jimmy's wife, and said to her, hey, my friend's a really big autograph collector and memorabilia collector. You think there's any way your husband would mind signing an autograph for him to add to his collection? And Mrs. Chamberlain was like, oh, yeah, sure, no problem. And she went and fetched this drumstick and had Jimmy Chamberlain sign it for me. And so he personalized it there, and I just kind of keep it in my autograph collection. And finally, I keep this collectible item on my wall here. What I have in this frame is a test cover, a promotional cover from the video game NHL 16 made by EA Sports that released some years ago. And what makes this particularly unique and why I have it in the frame here is because this cover of the hockey game never actually made it out to mass distribution. It was provided to GameStop, as you can see here. Yes, I used to work at GameStop, former GameStop employee. It was provided to GameStop by the company to promote the game. And what happened is that summer, for those who remember, This guy on the right here, Patrick Kane, he got himself in some trouble and was involved in an incident, sexual assault incident, in his native Buffalo, New York, where he lived. And so I think EA was kind of thinking, well, with Kane in some potentially hot water here, maybe we'll just remove him from the cover. And so what you're seeing here, that cover right there is the cover that got packed out and issued when the game released that fall. Just Taves by himself with the cup and not Kane on there. So once again, the Patrick Kane, Jonathan Taves dual cover never made it out to mass distribution when the video game released. Instead, it was just Taves by himself, making that, I think, a pretty rare and kind of unique collectible item. Pretty much everybody I've worked for at GameStop and worked at GameStop, they all knew that I was a collector. And so they had no problem me, taking this back home to display in my collection, which I have. And again, just a very cool and unique piece. Me being a huge fan of the Blackhawks and such.